Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading. This week, you start off with this CPPY bar card. It says selectiveness, group bond, and sway. You have this Kodo dragon. It says ferocity, survival instinct, and revolutionary change. We're definitely in a time of significant change, and it wouldn't and here you can't make that up. I was literally going to say it wouldn't surprise me if the tower shows up, and there you go. A lot of people have had the tower this week, so it's like another one of those weeks where there definitely could be global tower moments. I've been talking about this for years now, that we're literally in a time of global tower moments, a great time of change. And, I don't even consider this like a prediction, right? Because it's just obvious. And, we have so many significant things going on in the astrology alone, especially this year. We had Pluto move into Aquarius already, but we're also going to have Neptune moving into Aries. We're going to have Uranus leaving Taurus. And, there's so many big planetary changes that are happening pretty much all at the same time. And, whenever that happens, there's always big changes. Now, Pluto in Aquarius is revolutionary change, literally, so it doesn't surprise me that, all these global tower moments come up now. The tower isn't really a bad card. I always say the tower is necessary. We would all still be in diapers if we didn't have tower moments. So I don't know about you, but I pretty much gave up unders for my pants many, many years ago, so I don't really want to do that anymore. And that's what I would say about the tower. So there you go. But, what I would say is that the tower brings us down to reality. So you have the Justice card, the Tower, and the Ten of Wands. The Justice card can, of course, represent justice or balance coming in for you. The Kapar says selectiveness, group bond, and sway, and, the tower could represent you going against a group. And it's like, I'm not talking about creating conflict or something like that, but, sometimes the tower can say that we are choosing a new reality for ourselves, and maybe that causes a tower moment. Or, not only for us, but for a group of people or for other people. But at the same time, maybe we see that we need to join a new group, or maybe we realize that we have to change our lives in some way. And the Justice card is cause and effect, so I feel like you have realized that some sort of change needs to happen with the tower. Again, this person here is choosing to jump out of the tower. This person here is like, oh my God, I can't believe that this tower is falling, even though it's, been on fire, there's smoke. They're ignoring all the warning signs, this person right here. So I kind of feel like you are this person. I feel like you have chosen to take a leap of faith away from something, potentially causing a tower moment. But at the same time, the whole point of the tower is that these people have been ignoring reality, and now they're coming down to reality, and they're seeing things for how they actually are. So I feel a lot of you are kind of like jumping into reality. You have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands can represent carrying a heavy burden, and so Ten of Wands can be about your responsibilities. Ten of Wands is also a card I consider a good card because he is very close to reaching his home back here. And, those 10 wands kind of represent his harvest he is carrying, what he has wanted to grow in his life. And he has almost reached his goal. This home back here is his goal that he's trying to reach, and he's about to have a harvest. So, yeah, he's been burdened, but, again, he's also about to get a reward for his hard work. And I do feel that some of you could be about to be rewarded here. So, again, that could be a good thing, especially if you've been putting in the work. With the Justice card, you have the Devil. Again, like I said, you could be kind of like leaving one thing behind, or letting go of something that you've been holding on to. For others, you could be just leaving something that's toxic. Sometimes I think things can be toxic, but it's like they're not like bad, right? Something can be like a job, right? You can have a job where it's maybe not horrible, maybe it's not bad, but at the same time, maybe it dominates your thoughts, or, maybe it steals your peace or your happiness, right? And that's more of the feeling that I get here is that you are leaving, either you are or you already have left something behind that was kind of like, maybe it wasn't awful, but just maybe it stole your peace, right? With the Tower, you have the Eight of Wands. This would be shocking news or surprising news coming in for you here. I'm not sure what it would be yet. The rest of the reading looks so good. So, and again, the Tower, gets a bad rap. I think in the tarot, the Tower is not always a bad thing. Sometimes the Tower can be shocking good news. So the rest of the reading looks pretty good. We're going to see. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, we'll see what comes up, but, it could be kind of like good news coming in for you. You also have this Blessed Idea card coming up next, by the way. And the Tower can represent a light bulb moment or, a sudden revelation. So, with the Eight of Wands, this could also be like a revelation. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Hand. Yes, I think you have either are or already have left something that was restrictive. The thing about the Hierophant is that he is a certain set of beliefs. He is teaching these two people in front of him a certain belief system, but the Hierophant can also represent inside-the-box thinking. And sometimes I think we become more expansive in life and we just don't want to be stuck in a belief system. Now again, speaking of Neptune and Pisces is a direct challenge to traditional belief, literally. I've been saying this for years, that Neptune and Pisces, people will probably stop believing things that they've always believed just because. So Neptune and Pisces asks us to look at things that we believe and it says why. And for some of you, you will look at the belief that you're questioning, you'll say, oh yeah, I want to keep believing this. And then other beliefs you'll be like, I don't want to keep believing this. It's literally the whole point of Neptune and Pisces. So, I don't know, I think this fits in very well with the astrology, especially now that, we're getting towards the end of Neptune and Pisces. Next, in the area of what's coming in for you, you have this Unrevealed Secrets card. It says what is happening on the surface is not what you'll see if you dive deeper. So there you go. You have this Blessed Ideas card. It says allow your ideas to come to fruition, and they will bring many blessings. So like I said, the Tower could be a blessed idea or a shocking idea. Sometimes I think that these ideas show up as Tower moments because it's like if you've been working on something for a very long time and then you decide to make like an abrupt change or move in a new direction, that could cause a Tower moment. It's like if you have to, go back to the drawing board and kind of like start over, even though we don't really start over, you're starting from a place of knowledge and wisdom. That can cause a little bit of a Tower moment. You have the Six of Cups, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Swords. There is a little bit of love here if you want it. The Six of Cups could be like a soulmate coming in for you. We go down from the Six of Cups to the Seven of Cups to the Two of Cups, so this is like some sort of fantasy, or maybe you have been fantasizing about a person. And, again, this could just be some sort of fantasy. I thought I really don't have more to say about it. I really don't think this is a person from the past. Just looking at the reading here, I feel like this is a new person that's coming in for you, and I feel like it could just be a very childlike, playful connection. You have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups can be a knight in shining armor coming in for you, so if you want love, definitely knight in shining armor. Now, there are some things here that kind of change the meaning of this card. The Knight of Cups is very dreamy. He is normally looking into that cup, dreaming of his future. Then, right next to him, you have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups, the guy on the card is dreaming of his future, but the problem with the Seven of Cups is that he's seeing all these good things and bad things in these cups. The whole point of the Seven of Cups is that he needs to stop dreaming about it and he needs to bring it down to earth. And then you have the Magician right here, which is good because the Magician is showing up in the area of the good stuff, which kind of says that you will be manifesting a dream on earth. And again, a dream, could be anything. Could be a relationship, a new job, whatever it is that you're dreaming of having. You have the Eight of Swords. I would just stay flexible at this time. Again, I really don't think that Gemini has a problem being flexible or being open to other ways of doing things. But, if you're feeling stuck, I think you just need to realize that there are plenty of ways to do anything that you're trying to do in life. And as long as you stay open and flexible, I feel you will be fine. With the Six of Cups, you have the Empress. The Empress, very good. The Empress can represent abundance and success. It's kind of funny that I said earlier something about protecting your peace, because if there was a card of protecting your peace, it would probably be the Empress. She is a card of self-care. She is a card of nurturing something into existence or nurturing yourself. And I do feel that protecting your peace is going to be very important for you right now, Gemini, for whatever reason. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Seven of Swords here. This is about finding a different way to do things. Now, I do not like, I don't mind. To me, the Seven of Swords is a good card. Golden cards in the tarot are meant to be good no matter what. But one thing I don't like is this is Devil, Seven of Swords, Magician. Now, this would be much worse if the Magician was over here. For me to be a responsible reader, you have to look at the connections of everything that's going on in the reading. So obviously, the Magician is coming up in the good stuff. But what I would say is with the, Six of Cups, I would definitely be careful if you had a past person who was a liar, cheat, or stealer, and I would avoid the situation. Now, with the Eight of Swords, the Seven of Swords kind of represents looking for better or unique ways of accomplishing the same goal. He's stealing these swords from this army in the background here, and so he's accomplishing his goal, but in a better way. So if you have a goal or a dream with that Seven of Cups, I would look for other ways to accomplish it. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Ace of Pentacles. I would be paying attention to any, again, unexpected news, surprise information that you're receiving at this time, any surprise opportunities that kind of come out of nowhere. I would be looking into those opportunities because Ace of Pentacles is usually just an opportunity, but, usually it's an opportunity that can provide really solid results if we make it happen. And so that's what I would be doing here. With this Ace of Pentacles, next in the area of messages from your future self, I almost forgot you have this Building Blocks card and this All That Glitters card. It's also really funny that I said something to Aquarius about like, be careful what you wish for. But Aquarius's reading was about how they maybe got something that they wished for and realized it wasn't what they wanted. And so the All That Glitters card kind of represents that. It says, all that glitters is not gold. Could say that maybe you have gotten something that you thought you wanted and then you realize you don't. The other thing that happens is sometimes I think it takes a long time for us to build something, like a job or a business or in our career. And it's like, by the time we establish ourselves, it's like we change. They say that we change every 7 years. I think that's kind of true. I think that some of us do, some of us don't. I think we can change sooner. I think we can change later as well. So I think it's kind of different. But, it's like sometimes I think it takes us that long, a certain amount of time to accomplish something, and by the time we get to the finish line, we don't want to do it anymore. And I kind of get that for you, where it's like maybe you have finally, peaked, or maybe you have finally accomplished something and you're like, damn, I don't want this. And so you could be building something new. The Building Blocks card says this wasn't for nothing. Nothing in life is really for nothing. Every experience we have is a block that lifts us up with that Building Blocks card. So, I feel like if you are deciding to take a leap of faith in a new direction, that it probably is because you have learned what you need to learn and you're just starting something new. The Fool, I feel, is a really important card right now for people, because I think the risk we all have to take in life is the risk of looking foolish. Especially with Pluto in Aquarius, Aquarius is a star card, so part of Pluto in Aquarius is us shining our light. And to do that, we have to do things like speak up, or we have to share our thoughts or our mind. We have to, step into the light and things like that. All of those things could lead to exposure. Why do you think we're seeing a lot of famous people being exposed right now, which we're going to see a hell of a lot more of? Trust me, because we are in a time of truth, right? But on a personal level, we have to step into the light and take that risk of, exposing our truth by doing what we really want in life, or by changing our mind, right? There's especially online, it seems like anytime someone changes their mind, it's like there's a ton of drama where people are like, oh my God, this person changed their mind, as if people shouldn't change their mind, right? So it's kind of like we're trained not to change our mind, and I feel like the Fool is saying, take the risk of changing your mind. You have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is being spoiled for choice. Again, I do feel a little bit of needing to manifest a dream on Earth, or needing to do something to manifest whatever you're trying to manifest on Earth. I think that would be really good for you with the Seven of Cups. But I feel like you are anyway, because again, we have the Magician right here. You have the Page of Wands. Page of Wands is about following your enthusiasm. So I think it's a great time for people to move closer towards their enthusiasm, or to step into things that make them feel enthusiastic in general. With the Fool, you have the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is a change in your fortunes, which is good. A lot of you could be taking a leap of faith in a new direction, and that could be the thing that changes your fortunes clearly. With the Seven of Cups, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Yeah, Seven of Pentacles says, is the juice worth the squeeze? If we go this way, we go to the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is a card of curiosity, and, the Seven of Pentacles is a card of analysis. He is looking at those 7 pentacles and he's saying do I want to keep getting the same result I've been getting in life? Or is there a better result for me? Now, I don't know what the answer is for you, Gemini. You have to answer that question on your own. Are you getting a satisfactory result? Or do you want something more? And again, we have this card here that says Unrevealed Secrets. What is happening on the surface is not what you'll see if you dive deeper. So there might be more to your story, or you might not realize that there's more to your story. And I think the Seven of Pentacles with that Page of Swords is saying you need to discover your story. With the Page of Wands, you have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, definitely time to leave a comfort zone. For sure. Four of Pentacles is holding on too tightly to the past, But the Page of Wands wants us to follow our enthusiasm, like I said, and move towards the future, and so that's what I would do there. Next, in the area of the good stuff, you have this empathy card and this ego card. I feel like you are with the Empress. The Empress is all about having empathy for yourself, like having enough empathy for yourself that you take care of yourself, or having enough empathy for yourself that you're willing to, carve time out of your day for self-care or for nurturing yourself. So I would make sure to do that with these two cards. You have the Page of Swords, the Magician, and the Two of Cups. Page of Swords is about curiosity. I think that curiosity is a very good energy for Gemini, so if I were a Gemini, I would definitely be following my curiosity and looking into things that are like interesting to me, and I think you should definitely do that. And especially in the good stuff, this could say that your curiosity is going to lead to, really good things. You have the Magician. The Magician is about manifestation. The Magician, of course, is as above, so below. The Magician is also about reinvention. He has this snake wrapped around his waist here, and that snake represents the Ouroboros, and it just represents reinventing yourself. I think a lot of you are reinventing yourselves, Tower, and there was something else we were talking about here, I can't remember, but, I think, the Hierophant, where it's like you're thinking outside the box, or maybe you're changing your belief system or belief structure. I also always pull the card he's pointing to. We're going to say it's this one. It says tears or remorse. Make peace with your regrets and allow the past to guide your future actions. Didn't we say something about this? I'm pretty sure we did. That it's like you shouldn't be living in the past, but I think thinking about the past, the lessons you learned, and applying those lessons is what that card's about. You have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups can definitely be love. Two of Cups is usually someone who's different than your usual type. So again, if you want love, there could definitely be a person who is different than your usual type coming in for you. And Two of Cups is like a perfect match. Now we have that ego card, and the lion right here represents the ego in a connection. The Two of Cups can be good or bad. It can say that you're dealing with a person who has an overinflated ego, or it can say the two of you have a healthy ego. Obviously, this is coming up in the good stuff, so you could be it is I do feel like you could be attracting a person who has a little bit of an ego, but it's like they can back it up. It's like I think ego is only bad when people are faking what they say they can do. This could be a person who has like a healthy ego and, who can express their ego or, who can actually back up what they say. And so, I definitely feel that. With the Page of Swords, you have the Two of Pentacles. The other thing, some of you could have a choice right now in some area of your life. And, that could be the Tower here, is that you have a choice between like staying in the Tower or entering into a new reality. I would definitely enter into the new reality. With the Two of Pentacles, with the Magician, you have the Ten of Pentacles clearly. The Ten of Pentacles is everything you want and desire in your life, so the Ten of Pentacles is amazing. It can say that you are doing things to manifest everything you want and desire. And, that's what I would do. The Ten of Pentacles is building, leaving a legacy, which is part of Uranus and Taurus. Again, Uranus will leave Taurus, but that doesn't mean we shouldn't still work with the energy. So the Ten of Pentacles is about your ultimate vision for your life. And it's something that you will do forever. So you don't just get the Ten of Pentacles, you have to work on it. With the Two of Cups, you have the King of Wands. Definitely could be a fire sign or a very fiery person coming in for you. The King of Wands is usually someone who's very bold, assertive, confident, who really goes for what they want. And again, I would say this person should have a healthy ego as well. You have this gavel. It says involvement with the law. You do have the Justice card here, so if you are involved with the law, there could be justice coming in for you. You have this fair woman. It says dealings or relationships with a woman with blonde, gray, or white hair. You also have this peacock. It says beware of great pride. So there's definitely a lot of stuff going on here with ego, but again, the type of energy that I get here for you, Gemini, is it's more like the danger here is those people who are like, I need you to do this so that I can feel good, Those people will hold you back forever. Those people who have it's like they have no locus of control, right? They can't control their own life, so they try to control other people's lives so that they can feel good. And it's like I avoid those people like the plague because no one can make someone else feel any way possible, right? And, so I think that we are all responsible for our own feelings. And this says be careful of people who try to make you responsible for their feelings. You have this Cracked Cup card. It says dissatisfaction with life. I really like this card because sometimes I think it's dissatisfaction that makes us more successful, and that's kind of what the Tower looks like to me. The Tower with the Hierophant, inside the box. I think that some of you have in the past realized that you aren't satisfied, and so you're just making the changes to find satisfaction. You have this Frying Pan card. It says trouble accusations. With Mars retrograde, I tell everyone that if anyone's accusing you of anything or talking behind your back, I would completely ignore it, and that's that. You have this Bell card. It says announcement. There's definitely surprise news or information coming in for you. I would really be paying attention to information you're receiving because with the Tower and the Eight of Wands, this could be good news or it could be a solid opportunity that really leads to positive change. So that's what I'd pay attention to there. But this looks pretty good here, Gemini. I like where it's going. So thank you for being here and definitely enjoy your week.